I'm Maurer from the KTAR News Center. Arizona Governor Doug Ducey has a very important decision to make on the future of the state and when and if it's time to reopen it up for business. As you know, Arizonans are under a stay-at-home order which is issued and is supposed to run through April 30th, urging Arizonans to stay home as much as possible in order to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Back in March, on March 30th, Governor Ducey issued this order, again urging Arizonans to stay home and effectively closing down and shutting down companies and services that were deemed non-essential. Some of the businesses that right away had to close their doors became gyms, as well as community pools, recreational centers, areas with large amounts of gatherings. Bars had to shut down unless they were able to provide food for takeout and delivery, and restaurants' dining areas had to also close and only do delivery and takeout as well. Some of the businesses that were allowed to stay open included pharmacies, healthcare providers, grocery stores, gas stations, places that were deemed essential for business. Now, during this time, the governor and the superintendent of public instruction had also announced that schools across Arizona had to close until the remainder of the year. Schooling went online. Universities had already taken that route and continue to do so as well. So what is next? The governor has said he's got three options that he's considering. One would be to let this order expire. Again, the stay-at-home order expires on April 30th. If he lets it expire, that means that businesses may start to reopen, whether in phases or all at once, we don't know. The second option that he has been discussing is to extend the stay-at-home order and to again urge Arizonans to stay home as much as possible, to practice social distancing if they do have to go out, and to simply continue to follow the guidelines from the CDC in order to again help stop the spread of the coronavirus. The third option that the governor has discussed is to modify his order. Specific details he hasn't released, but he has continued to say that his number one priority is public health, and so he is following the advice of the medical experts on the steps that he needs to be able to take in order to reopen Arizona. One of the things that he is looking at too have been the guidelines provided by the White House and the White House Coronavirus Task Force, which have included a detailed plan for governors that if they do choose to go into these phases, that they have the guidelines to do them. One of the big items in the guidelines is to see a decrease of cases, coronavirus positive cases, within a 14-day period. Arizona continues to have cases every single day added to the dashboard that the health department has expanded on their website at azdhs.gov. They give us a snapshot of the cases in Arizona, the number of deaths, the hospitalization rate, and much more information. We will see what Governor Ducey will come out and say, whether he will decide to take action now or wait a little longer, depending on the advice of the medical staff that he is listening to. But of course, all of this information, and as soon as we get details, we will tell you about it. You can tune in to 92.3 FM all day long, with all the details that you need to know. You can also download the KTAR app. You'll be notified whenever we have big press conferences from both the state, the governor, as well as the White House Coronavirus Task Force briefing on the federal level. And all this and all the breaking news that you will ever need to learn more about COVID-19 in Arizona. I'm Maurer from the KTAR News Center.
Stay up to date on the latest breaking news on coronavirus in Arizona. Tell your smart speaker to play KTAR.